which age is more affected psychologically for this crisis? Well, I think this is absolutely personal. I have to emphasize it. This is personal, my personal feeling about this question. But I think, of course, older people who are those people who are in the group of risk, of course, for the simple fact that they are the group of risk. So of course they have more paranoia, more risk. They know that if they get infected, they will be in the hospital. They are not going to be asymptomatic, probably. And of course, this is such a practical, deduction. Of course, I think they're more affected. Um, those very, very, very old people, those very, very, very old people, like more than, let's say, very aged. No, I don't like the word old. I apologize for that. Those very aged people, like more than 90 years old, for example, I think they're not so they will not be so affected like people from 60 to 80, 85, because they just like they already survived such a long time, and they are not like having such expectation of living so many years in front of them. So it's like, and probably they were alive in the Second World War. Those they have the, they have that strength of a fighter, and by the way, I was surprised because I've seen in the press lots of people like 89 years old, 90 years old, 92 years old. There were that were infected and went to the hospital, and they won the battle. I was really surprised. The second group that I think, in my opinion, that will be like affected most in second place are teenagers. I think teenagers, because teenagers are not, first of all, because being a teenager already means not being in the house, not sharing dinner with parents. I mean, by definition, being a teen, it already means the total liberty, breaking the rules, finding your own identity, leaving the house. I mean, uh, coming back late. It's part of being a teenager. It's natural. It's not something. It's natural. It should be like this. No, it ought to be like this. So I think teenagers should be more affected now. Those people from middle teen, like 13, 14, maybe 15, let's say, until 20, 21, 22. This this period, I think people can be affected. But this is just my opinion, no? And also because they're not prepared. I mean, the emotions of a teenager are not so, they don't have so much stability, emotional stability. It's like more fluctuant. Though I think they should be more affected. And then, well, I would say that all people from 20 to 60, they're dealing in the same levels, plus, minus, but they're dealing with the crisis in the same level of emotional level. I wouldn't see a difference, except for other issues like being the group of risk because of previous diseases, or being paranoid, or having some sort of a psychiatrical, I mean, for whatever reason it is. But if I speak only by the age issue, I don't think from 20s to 60s there should be lots of differences, because someone of 60 is entering the group of risk, but he has a more emotional structure than someone of 20 years old, so one thing can compensate the other. And for me, the group that is really very, very, very glad and enjoying this moment are, babies and very, very, young child, like from 0 to 3 or 4 years old, even 5. They might be enjoying that so much, because they just have like the paradise for children. No, they're in the house, their parents are at home. That's beautiful when you're so young. Wow. Imagine you're 2 years old, 3 years old, and you can see your parents. This is so strange today. We don't see our parents anymore. So I think these people are very, very glad. This kind of of a generation. But also when the crisis ends and when parents go back to work, it will be hard as well. So maybe this adaptation can be hard after crisis.